I be feeling like it's, bro. What the?
I told you.
God,
I told you.
Stank.
I told you. Hey.
Dang, well, I can't even do the intro, bud. Hey. The Lars brothers. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. My name is Devin Lars.
And I'm Joshua Lars, and you are now listening to the Lars Brothers Podcast, episode blank. Episode 4.
This boy. What's bragging, homie?
What up?
Bro, this boy stank. This boy farting in the booth.
You just gonna
I'm gonna put it all out there, bud.
Spill the beans like that?
I'm a little stressed out right now.
Hey, man.
Dang. God. Let me get some water real quick.
Side note, when I was getting my shirt outside, there was like a high-speed chase. I'm pretty sure it was like 3. I heard 3 sirens, and then I heard a different car. Like, first, I think that was on a high-speed chase. You think cops be excited for that?
I would.
I felt like they was heck excited.
I would, going 80 and a 30. I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
We need to ask our cop friends. Matter of fact, we're going to have one on the show.
Who?
Freddie.
Don't mess with ops. No,
this boy. This boy about to get us smoked. So what's happening, man? A lot of stuff been... I've been drinking coffee. I'm trying to clear my throat. Hey, coffee ain't the jug.
Need some Skittles.
I know. Nah, let's go dry my throat out even more.
I know.
Yeah, man. A lot of stuff has been happening the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think a highlight reel of what kind of transpired is we met with the superintendent of West Contra Costa Unified School District.
Mm-hmm.
We met with him and the communications director, and they wanted to do like a rebrand for the school district. And so we went in there and kind of met with him and talked to him about Curio and the agency and what we can do and how we can offer kind of like our services. And then set up a follow-up meeting the next week. And it was all the directors from every different department, the head of recruiting, HR. You know, we brought our squad in there, had Sheena on the call taking notes, and you know, we got the account. So
definitely.
That's gonna be pretty exciting, helping with these campaigns and stuff.
Yeah.
We got Chevron next week.
Yeah.
So Chevron's opening up a co-working space in Richmond.
Co-biz.
Actually, so the first account we had to go in there and pitch, and that was your first time pitching.
Yep.
And it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the account.
Yeah. That was dope.
What was that experience like for you?
I mean, that was it was surreal. First of all, before leading up to it, when you first had told me about it, you know, I was like, I knew I could do it. Well, I knew more so instead of knowing that I could do it. Like I knew later on in my life when I, you know, looking at myself 10 years from now, I wanted to be heading projects and pitches and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, when am I going to start? Like I knew I had potential, I want to do it. But so I say, you know, we were thinking about who could do it. And I was like, you know, I could probably do it. And then he was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. I think I could do it. I'm pretty confident. And you're like, all right. And then that was that. And pretty much, I mean, you did a good job of just kind of laying it all out because, you know, it wasn't, you know, it was talking about what I know. It's just the fact that it was my first time, you know what I mean?
And how to lay it out.
Yeah. But it wasn't, you know, I'm naturally inclined to be doing stuff like that anyways. I like, you know, presenting and stuff like that. But no, I was nervous though. The day before, I was super nervous. I called Pooja and I went over it a couple times and I did terrible in front of her. And I kept messing up. I kept just stopping. I was like, what am I gonna say there? I don't know what, you know, I was just overthinking everything. You know what I mean? And I didn't eat for a couple hours. I woke up that morning and I didn't eat anything. I went to the gym. I barely got any sleep. I got 2 hours of sleep because I was rehearsing all last night, just going over talking points and stuff. And then worked out and then went there and, you know, I was a little nervous, but, you know, I started to calm down. The closer we got to it, ironically, the more calm I started getting because, you know, it's just, they're people. I was just afraid of the whole scenario. But when you're in it, it's you're just talking, you know, you're talking to people. You're talking about stuff that you know. So it went really well. and they were pleased. I was happy. Yeah, that was a milestone for me because it was just like it was like okay, like I can do that.
Yeah, and we had you had two other people from our team. You had Brittany, our brand strategist, and Mike, our creative director. And how was that with the team? Like, did that help, or was that more? Did it make you more nervous by having the team there, or do you think it helped kind of?
No, it helped a lot that they were there. I felt a lot more comfortable that they were there because I was able to talk to them leading up to it, and just kind of, I don't know. It's like having family in the crowds at a game. It was like, they were, I knew I had people in my corner no matter what. They were going to help me. They also did a great job of piggybacking off of points that I had. You know what I mean? Like they weren't just, silent.
Yeah. Now that's a bad representation because whenever family would come in high school, you messed up. Whatever you played, if family was there, you always messed up. I'm like, who is that? It's not even Josh playing. That boy would be so nervous when family came to his game. So I don't think that was a good representation, but I feel you, bro.
But typically, somebody, if their family comes out, they gonna show out.
Because I see you at 24 and you was balling.
Yeah.
And then when we come to the games, I'm like, damn, what was that?
Even other game, like when y'all not there, I'd be doing crazy stuff.
I was hyping you up to Brianna, and I was like, watch, he gonna catch a body, he gonna dunk on somebody, this, and this. You was whack.
I ain't do nothing. Yeah.
Man, that's funny.
Nah, it was that. That's a bad representation for me.
But I get it, man. That's dope. That's cool that like they got to help too, as far as like Mike showing the wireframe and kind of like the overall.
Yeah.
So the concept of the project is it's going to be a co-working space, a super modern like co-working space opening up in Richmond, and they want to they're contracting us out to do all their branding. So do all the pictures, do the website, run their social media, and I'm going to actually be hosting some workshops up there as well, talking about like branding and marketing and stuff like that. So I think that'll be cool. So
super dope.
Any creatives in like Richmond, in the Richmond area, can have a space where people could kind of come together and cultivate ideas. Because there's a lot of like talent out there. And it's just no space to go.
And that's the thing. Like this place is raw.
Yeah.
Like, it's legitimate.
Yeah, it's tight. I didn't see the rendering yet. I guess we're going to see it when we go to Chevron.
Yeah.
On Monday, we have another meeting with them. And then we're going to document the whole process. So I'm going to let them know that we're going to record. So if you guys want to see the process, go to the YouTube. It's youtube.com/Devin Lars. I think that's the URL. But we're going to document the whole thing and do a vlog about the whole process and showing the behind the scenes and kind of, I want to go to the space. I went to the space and it was like empty right now and I've seen it and it looks dope. I mean, it's set to open up next year, right? I don't even know the details of the project.
Yeah. Yeah. Set to open up next year.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be dope.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of stuff happening in Richmond. Like,
this is what we wanted. Like, honestly, this is what, like, you were talking about this
a while ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Just like, I want to be involved in the city. Like, I know I can give back. Like, city has potential. Like, that literally what we've been talking about, just getting more involved in Richmond. That's literally what we're doing. And it's so great that, just a long-term goal is finally becoming realized and stuff. Because, it's like you didn't, 2 years ago when you were talking about it, you didn't know exactly how. You could have never predicted that.
Never.
We're going to be, doing branding for CoBiz, which is going to be this crazy networking site.
And working with, I just think it's dope because I think that even being able to, because we're going to get an office down there. So to be able to have like an office set up there and then even having a team working remotely or, offsite in Richmond, because we're doing so much work in Richmond, with the school district, with the city, with the CoBiz thing, like it's going to be dope to be able to have some Richmond folks there and have our presence in Richmond. And then who knows, seeing how it grows and what we do, we may, open up an actual standalone office out there or something, and move the agency out there. Yeah. So I'm just excited about it, man. I think life is good right now.
It's just ever changing.
Today I just had a good day because I just woke up thankful. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll get caught up. A lot of the times, more times than not, I get caught up on the past.
Yeah.
And just either the past or even the future of thinking too far ahead. I'm never like living in the present moment.
Right.
And I just think this morning I just woke up and I was like really present.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know, no matter what happened in the past, no matter what happens in the future, like none of that stuff is guaranteed. And so it's like you got to enjoy it now.
Yeah.
And kind of what helped that kind of perspective change is this book I started reading called The Emperor's Handbook.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason Maiden was talking about it on an interview he did. And like instantly I went and ordered it. As soon as he was talking about it, he was like, this book changed my life.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just, I mean, I just started it. I just got it. But it just talks about just that as far as like just life stuff and philosophy and just that, you know, the only thing that you have right now is the present moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And to enjoy it and to be here. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know, today it was weird. I got up, got me some coffee, went on a little walk, and like it set the tone for the whole day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, when you think about the stuff that you have and not the stuff that you want or used to have, it puts you in this like space.
Better mind frame.
Yeah, and it just puts you in this space to be able to attract more things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like once you appreciate and you take care of the things that you have, it feels like God, the universe, whatever you believe in will like bless you, like more stuff comes to you.
Yeah.
And it's like a magnet.
Yeah.
And I think I'm really working on just being more just in that moment, you know what I mean? And present and appreciating what we have. We have a lot of accounts coming up, like you said. This has been a long-term vision.
Yeah, yeah.
And for it to finally like start building, it's crazy.
It's crazy just like going like just right that point right before the takeoff. You know what I mean? It's getting closer and closer. You don't know when and you know it's gonna happen, but it's like just like you just see it more and more clear.
You feel
every
it
day. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got the new collection of Doing Everything Different coming out. Yep. We got that product on its way. You guys can check out the new collection at doingeverythingdifferent.com. We have a subscription to where you can sign up for the mailing list as well. We're doing like this whole like photo shoot and conceptualization project. And I don't even know if that's a word or how you say it, but you know, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Did good.
But we're just gonna do this project and just like really like showcase these stories and showcase this like positive, like progressive kind of mindset through our media, you know, and through clothing. And I think that this is gonna be, I don't know, I just have a good feeling the next 3 months are gonna be interesting. I think the last few months, starting in like May, when we restructured the business and, you know, we went through a lot of like changes. It was, especially with having the agency and going agency full time, there was a lot of adjustments that needed to be made.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a difficult kind of adjustment period just on the simple fact of like the way, like literally we changed our whole business structure. So that like transition period of how, you know, things operate and kind of figuring that out in the beginning were a little interesting. But
yeah.
I think we have a good kind of scope. I think we have a good like progression moving forward.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be like just to be able to document that, you know, that process along the way. That's why I've been liking the little vlogs and things of that nature.
It's dope. I mean, it's just amazing, like just looking at the steady momentum. You know what I mean? And then all the seeds that we're planting along the road with whatever we do. We're always just trying to, you know, add value to people's lives and, you know, just really genuinely practicing doing the right thing. You know, stuff like Gary Vee says, like you don't know where the return is going to come from, but it always ends up coming back. You know what I mean? You do something nice for somebody, you do something that's genuinely good for the world, not just trying to save face or, you know, keep an image. It's like you do it because it's the right thing to do. You'll get reimbursed. You know what I mean? Like it always it comes back.
It's like a law. And I think every account that we've gotten, like I've had people, we've worked with some amazing clients, you know, from Nike to Tesla to, and I'm talking about like projects with them.
Yeah.
Not like contract, like projects like directly with these clients.
The head.
Yeah. And a lot of people are like, how did you do that? Because I know who you had to beat out to do that. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. We just, we make sure that we build relationships, authentic relationships. Because I always say, like, you'll know who a person is by how they act when the check clears. You know what I mean? Like, after they get paid, see how they act.
Yeah.
Do they still check in? Do they call you back? Like, I have relationships still with people that we haven't done business with in years.
Right.
That I still, like, just, and I don't expect anything from them. And I'm not trying to do anything from them. I just genuinely like them as people. And we've built these relationships. And so that's how we've gotten to work with, with these companies. And you just never know, like, how we got this contract with the county. This is one of the biggest counties in California.
Yeah, it's huge.
School districts.
Yeah.
54 schools.
Yeah.
And then Chevron, how we did it is, I spoke at a youth conference at the Youth Summit a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago.
Yep.
And, their speaker backed out last minute. And I was like, of course, anything like back to the city. It wasn't a big budget for it, but they were like, we'll take care of something for you. I'm like, all right, cool. I would have did it for free, but I'm like, whatever. And then did that, and then just met a whole bunch of people, built a network. Met Andrea from Chevron, and I took her out to lunch, and we ate. And this was something that was interesting too, because when we went out and ate, we went to Thai food, and I asked her because I just wanted to tell her about what we did, and just it just build that relationship. And so we went to leave. And she was trying to pay, and I was like, "No, heck no, I would never let you. Like, I got you." And she was like, she looked at me just shocked and was like, "Wow, that like nobody does that because they're like, oh, Chevron has money."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, "Nah, it's not about that. It's like I got you."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, wow, that's cool." And so she was like, "I got some ideas for you, maybe some projects that we could work on." And then she introduced me to another lady that I met at the Youth Summit, and they had a Junior Achievement Awards. And it was presented by Chevron. They wanted to do some shirts. So we hooked them up with the shirts, and they were like, "Can you come speak?" And they were like, "We don't have a budget." But I was like, anything, like, I love giving back to Richmond.
Yeah.
It's like home court. I do all my best speeches there. Like, I feel most comfortable. It is what it is. And so I was like, for sure, 100%. So I came there, and Matt Duffy, the superintendent for West County, was there, and he spoke before me. And then I went and spoke to the kids. And then after, Andrea came up to me and was like, they wanted to do a rebrand for the district, and he loved everything about your story and kind of your whole demeanor. And he wants us to make the introduction. And so been trying to get in contact with him for, it was like for a couple weeks, and then didn't hear anything back. But I knew, I'm like, it's the end of the school year, like things are busy. So I didn't put pressure, but I was still consistent, like, hey, just checking in. And then he went on vacation. I went on vacation, and we set up the meeting, and that was that. And then we did the follow-up meeting, and with all the directors from all the head. It's just crazy, like, going through like the school district and like not being a good, like, almost didn't graduate my senior year. And then being able to come around and like be able to now work on some campaign projects with that, and getting involved in the schools, and just like really being able to help contribute and do our part to show the positivity coming out of the city. So it's fun, man. And I think that's like kind of one of the main topic that you wanted to talk about today was like creating or designing your life.
Yeah. And I just want to say too, real quick, you said that pretty quick, but this
process.
Yeah, this accumulated over a year, 2 years. It took 2 years from when you first spoke at the Richmond Summit to actually getting some type of return on it. You know what I mean?
But remember, right after, we were like, bro, we're going to get all this business. We're going to get this, and this. Like, we killed it, and then nothing. We didn't hear nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. Nothing. And so that was interesting to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was interesting that we did that, and we thought that, there's no, like, that's the thing. It's not about a Hail Mary. It's about the little things consistently that you do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's not about those big things. Those little things accumulate to the big things.
Yeah. I'm not even sure. I think I look at it more like it's about taking, like, don't expect anything from, your, whatever your contribution is to the world. Mm-hmm. Like, if you make a contribution, make that contribution, and then move on.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I think Gary Vee does a great job at that. He does what he does, and then he moves on. He's not thinking about how that. I'm sure he has, strategy in his head, but he in the big scope of things, he's not really too concerned about how it's gonna be brought, paid back to him. He's just worrying about getting it out there, getting that value out there. That's why he's like, I don't want anything except your attention. Just the fact that you're giving me your attention means everything. And it's because he knows attention, that's what the world is.
The game,
like
sometimes it's hard to give and not expect anything in return in certain ways.
Super hard.
Just like holding the door open for somebody and they don't say thank you. You like, nah, bro, come back out this door. You not like you go like that stuff. But then you got to realize, are you doing it for that person or are you doing it for you? You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you can go ahead and be an asshole all you want. Like I'm doing this because of me.
Literally, I've had arguments in class. Anybody from Hercules has had some of those class. I've argued this like probably 3 times in high school. And then I think I even argued with SSA. Just like, I hated when I held the door open for people. And this, mostly it was like I would hold the door open for girls. Yeah. And then they would never acknowledge you. Like they wouldn't say thank you. They wouldn't do anything, right? And it's like, all right, whatever. I kept doing it. I never stopped. Yeah. But I just thought it was whatever. But then it's so bad that like sometimes people won't even, like if the door's closing, they'll slip past just to avoid touching it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's like,
sometimes you want to close the door on it.
Man, like, gee, that's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, I think and then too is like always giving. It's like people will try to take advantage of it. I've had a lot of times where people will like try to take advantage of stuff, or they think that it's like ulterior motives, and it's not. And then they figure out in the long haul, they like, oh, this dude is just really like that.
Yeah. It's not.
Then they start feeling like an asshole. They're like, damn, my bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that phrase and that kind of like notion of killing with kindness, like that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like when people are upset and like you're just nice and just like whatever, and then they'll be like, damn, why am I being an asshole? You know what I mean? Like it'll get people like that.
Yeah.
Like even so, who we got on our side now? Fred.
Yep.
It was an interesting guy that we dealt with and just had a super attitude and was just like just hard to deal with, like super hard to deal with. And I told you, I said I'm gonna get this guy to like us and like, he's gonna be on our side. And he last time he had like a lot of respect.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like saying thank you and like it was interesting going through that process, because when you it's like holding a mirror up. When you're nice and you reflect that stuff, and then people get to see themselves when you do that.
Because it's bouncing back.
Because it's bouncing right back. And like it's I'm not projecting that energy.
So
like people want to fight.
Ignore it.
Yeah, that's the thing. People want to fight and battle, and then when you don't do it and you're just nice, people are like, damn, I'm being an asshole. I wanted him to argue with me.
Yeah.
And he's not. You know what I mean? And that creates a lot of that just it makes things a lot easier and smoother.
Yeah. That's what I tell people too all the time. I'm sure we'll have a separate talk about this, but building relationships is key to success to anything you do. If you're trying to be an entrepreneur, get a degree, or do whatever, be a rapper, anything that you do, like you need to build relationships. That's that getting the help of other people is imperative for success. Like,
other people are everything. Yeah. It's not it's not a robot that you go through, it's through people.
Yeah. It's like we would never ever be right here where we're at if it wasn't for other people, right? So it's like, why are you trying to fight the world when you need, like, we need each other. We need each other.
Yeah, I know. I don't get it. Sometimes I just don't get it. I don't know.
Short term, people think short term minded.
Well, talking about relationships, you know what I mean too, is like how we got the contract with Nike. It was with Tone at the radio station, and even before that, it was with DC.
Yeah,
and we built up, the relationship with DC. Was at Marketing Kings one day and seeing DC, and I hadn't we knew who each other's were, but we never met each other. He knew Darian or whatever, and so he was like, "Hey, I want to introduce you to the marketing director," and this was 2012. Yeah, at the radio station, I think you guys should do it. And he introduced us, and we've been doing all the Summer Jam stuff, all the radio station stuff ever since 2012.
Yep.
And then randomly, I always ask them, like, who, can you put us in contact with somebody? Like, we're trying to grow this, and this. nothing came from it. And we would do like a lot of trade and give them shirts like dirt cheap, just keeping that relationship, just being cool people. And, you know, it got to a point where, you know, 2 years ago and last 2015, the year that they lost. What year was that? That was 2016.
I think it was, yeah.
So last year, dang. You know, the guy's brother worked for an agency in LA, and, you know, they reached out to us and wanted to get some shirts done for the Warriors. And then, you know, we met, you know, the marketing director and just built that relationship and made sure we always delivered and like over delivered and did what we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
You know, asking for some impossible turnaround times, but we delivered.
Yep.
And we proved ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and now
time and time,
know, being on a preferred vendor list with them and just kind of like, you know, building on that, it's just been crazy, man. It's just been kind of dope to watch the building process and like just understanding that it's all a decision. You know, it's not easy.
Right.
It takes time. You know, it's patience. I think there's been many a times I wanted to just quit. It's just like throwing a towel. Like, this is just too hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I'm at my low. Like, this is just too hard. And I just like, something in me just wouldn't, like, I just wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
Like, I just wouldn't. Like, it just won't. And I think that's the determining factor of successful people or not. Like, sometimes you can't compare your success to anybody else's. You know, some people's, it just looks different. Your success will look 100% different than the next person. So maybe they get success a lot earlier than you, you know, but you can't look at that and be like, oh, why do they have that, and get jealous. And, you know, in the beginning, it was like I would get caught up in looking at other people and like, why can't we do that? Why can't we do that?
Yeah.
And when you realize it's on your own time and you have your own path, you know what I mean? And the definition, like, what is success to you? Like, is it financial gain, or is it impact? Is it legacy? Is it, you know, like, what is it?
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I think building that and understanding like what it is that you want out of life, you know, and creating that.
Just going after it, yeah.
Like, you're in the power of actually creating it from scratch, from nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, you got to just put in the work. You got to put in the hours. You got to put in the time. You know, you got to have faith in whatever it is, not even just entrepreneurship. I'm just talking about just in life, whether that's a relationship. It just takes time. You know, it takes time. It takes patience and maturity and just constant evolution of yourself. So I think it's dope, man.
Yeah. I mean, segue. I want to talk about our dieting.
I fell off, so you could talk about it.
Well, I mean, you've been doing good.
Not really.
A little bit.
Well, I mean, I ain't ate meat, but I was trying to eat. Oh, last week I did good. Last week I did because my goal was like to do the overnight oatmeal every morning.
Yeah.
And then drink the juice, the fresh juice, and make it. I made it every day except Friday because we had the meeting.
Yeah.
But
I feel like at least my diet is also I'm
because you're trying to go vegan.
I'm trying to go vegan, even though I had cheese pizza today. But just like I've completely cut out meat for what has been like 5 days now. You know, just
like none at all.
None, not since where do we go? What,
BJ's. Yeah,
not since BJ's. I haven't had nothing, and I haven't even been attracted to it. Yeah, but it's crazy because like I've just been feeling I've really felt a difference.
Because what you think it was because of that documentary? What the hell?
That's what brought it over the top. Yeah, I've been telling all my students SSA,
man, it's disgusting watching
bro,
it.
Look up if y'all want to see what meat does to you. Look up What the Health on Netflix.
Oh, it shows what it does, because I didn't watch the whole thing. It shows what it does to your body.
Yeah, I mean, I
just thought how it was prepared.
No, it explains the process and like how our physiology as humans. We're not designed to digest meat. Like,
that's weird.
I know. They like, it's stuff like our teeth. Like when you see a carnivore's like fangs, they're way more sharp and they're way longer than ours. We have excuse for fangs or canines. These aren't real fangs or canines. And then a carnivore's jaw goes straight up and down. All carnivores that eat meat, it goes straight up and down. Herbivores, their bottom jaws move. They go back, forth, left, and right, just like ours. A carnivore's intestine is very short, because meat can't sit in the body long because it's already rotting and decaying. So if it's decaying inside of your body, it in turn makes your body start to decay, right? Herbivores have very long intestines. So because it takes a while for the food to process. When we eat meat, it's going through this long tube and it's just rotting and, it's just sitting there, causing all sorts of bad stuff to happen in your body, and it's taking heck long to digest. We're supposed to be eating plants because it's easier and it doesn't rot as bad.
What do like monkeys and gorillas eat? They don't eat meat, huh?
No, they don't. The strongest animals in the world don't eat meat. You know what I'm saying? Rhinoceroses, elephants. They name tons. Apes, like you said. Chimpanzees, the strongest.
So Caesar didn't eat meat?
No. Caesar, no, eat meat. No.
Well, Caesar dead, so. Well, spoiler alert.
Hey,
the movie been out for a minute.
I'm sorry. I hope no. Bro, they gonna be so mad.
That snuck up on them too. They didn't even know it was coming.
Bro, that's gonna be so bad. I hope somebody comments like, bro, why did you do that?
Hey, that just snuck up too. It wasn't no spoiler alert or nothing.
Oh, dang, man.
Since we spoiling stuff, RP Julio, man, Power, man. I can't believe they took out the homie.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Bro, it's been on long enough.
Dang. I don't even.
We lost a couple listeners, but it's cool.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
Nah, but I ain't gonna say vegan. I can't give up cheese. I stopped drinking milk.
That's the hardest thing. Yeah,
milk look nasty. Then they was talking about the little putt. That's just nasty. I ain't drinking no milk.
They said milk was getting so contaminated. Like the milk that we were drinking was so contaminated that the FDA had to put a limit on how much pus can be inside of milk.
Bro, that's disgusting. And how you gonna know? It's all white.
Exactly. I'm
cool.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, man. It's hard to like.
But it's part of growing. Like I said, all of that to say, part of our growth has been our diet. Yeah. I feel like
routines like working out, and I done fell off. Bro, like after New Mexico, bro, I was doing good. I was 3 months straight, 3 months straight, every single day, not missing one day.
Yep.
Like going to bed, getting 2 hours of sleep and still going.
Yeah.
And I went to New Mexico, like that was over a month.
Yeah.
Damn, man, I got to get back on it.
Yeah, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like investing in yourself, it's diet too, and it's working 100%, out. It's all of that.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Mental, like physical. Like eating healthy, like it's all of it combined.
Yes.
When I feel the best and I feel the most inspired and most connected with myself is like literally like mind, body, and soul.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally when you have all those kind of things in line, like you're centered with yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I had complete clarity today.
This boy was hella juice.
I was just chuckling.
Calm down.
He was like,
hey, do you guys want to do this? Me and Rich was like, nah, we cool.
Right, Devin was on his laptop like, and Rich was like looking at stuff on his laptop, just like, and I'm like bright-eyed, giggling and stuff, trying to get them to like liven up. I'm like, what's up with y'all? I feel like Mark Busco.
What did you eat today? What was it called?
Oh, sofritas?
Yeah, he was like, do you sofritas? This tastes like chicken.
Bro, who knew tofu could taste so good?
Bro, I'm cool off tofu.
Nah, bro.
I don't even know what it is. It just look nasty.
It's soy based, but it's high in protein.
Yeah,
but it's no, for real, try it. I'm dead serious.
I'll try it one day.
You gonna try it?
It'll take me a minute.
Tomorrow. No, next week. We're gonna do it next week. Next time.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
God, this week went by quick, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Diet is important.
Mm-hmm.
We getting there though.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all part of a process.
Mm-hmm.
Ups and downs, ebbs and flows.
Yep.
I think I don't know, man. I'm really excited about this podcast and this new journey that we taking, and
it's getting easier.
Yeah, and I just wanted to be
First
real.
episode, I was like,
I just want it to be real. You know what I mean? Like our conversations that we have, kind of unscripted and just kind of real talk that could be beneficial, and I think people could vibe with.
Yeah.
So
learning.
But yeah, man, check out doingeverythingdifferent.com. We got a new collection coming. We appreciate your support. We're gonna be doing some giveaways as well on the show. We got to figure out logistically how that's gonna work, but want to do some free gear every maybe once every week or once every other week, something like that. And yeah, let us know. Send comments, likes, shares, all of that.
get mad at Devin because he's a spoiler.
Yeah, my bad, y'all.
Spoiler.
Hopefully y'all didn't see it. Maybe I should do something in the beginning that there's a spoiler. We'll put it in the caption. And then we'll find out the second. So just skip past that part.
No, we shouldn't even do that.
People, it just snuck up on people too.
I know. It's like, wait, what?
What did I just hear? What did I just hear? They're going to be bad.
Don't even tell them.
But man, we appreciate you guys for listening.
Yep,
Thank you for checking this out. And until next time, peace.